Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, Bitcoin is looking splendid once again. That dip we had yesterday has been wiped out, and the market is rallying once again. So today I'm going to explain why Bitcoin is going up and why it's going to continue to go up for a while. So let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin and the entire market. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Except tonight. I don't stream Friday nights. So this is going to be my only stream today. 11:30, 8:30 p.m. on most days, Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news articles and guides on CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Happy Friday. Today is a good day. All right, let's start with Bitcoin. So you can see Bitcoin is at $46,470. So yesterday's dip, if you zoom out, you don't even really notice it. But if you zoom in, you realize, yeah, yesterday we had a little dip. I said Bitcoin needs to take a breather, and boom, right back up. The Bitcoin bulls are very, very, very strong right now. They are not letting up. There's no breather at this point. And next stop is going to be at 50,000, or at least close to it, 49.7. But close enough. But that is where I think Bitcoin's going to head next. Are we going to take a breather at 50,000, or we go smash through it and go straight to 60,000? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I do think 50,000 is a good psychological level. So if we do break through it, maybe we hold there for a little bit. But you know what? There's not a lot holding Bitcoin back right now. Okay, there's just nothing here. Once 50K is smashed through, 60K is around the corner. And after 60K, well, we know then 70, 80, 90, 100, 200, a million is coming afterwards. There is just nothing stopping this bull run right now. And there's nothing stopping this gravy train. And those of you guys that's been holding strong, DCA, buying the dips, you are on your way. On your way to financial freedom and breaking the chains of your 9-to-5 job and attaining life-changing wealth or wife-changing wealth, depending on what you're looking for. Or, I guess, husband-changing wealth, spouse-changing wealth. All right, so let's get started. What's going on? Why is Bitcoin going higher? Well, there's so many things. But Plan B did tweet this out. Not stock to flow, nothing complicated. Well, yes, there's some stock to flow in here. But also the 200 weekly moving average, and also something called realized cap rather than market cap, realized cap. But anyways, you could see from this chart, everything is going upwards. Everything is on track, and this has been, over the last 10, 11 years, this has held true because Bitcoin is that good. Satoshi made something incredible. And with the halving event, with adoption, with Bitcoin being a global non-sovereign currency, I mean, you put it all together, and then you add in scarcity, and you add transparency, you take away the ability to be confiscated, and you take away inflation, and you combine it all together. This is what you get, guys. This is what you get. You get Bitcoin that continues to keep going up and up and up and up and up. So when you get doubts, you get FUD in your head, well, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Yes, there might be volatility up and down, but this is the reason why Bitcoin continues higher, because of those things I've said. And everything is still right on track. And if you look at stock to flow, which is all these dots, you can see right now we're about orange. So that's somewhere, if you look at 2013, well, it's somewhere, you can't see my cursor, but you could see, the light orange, 2013 is right before that big jump. And then if you look at 2017, it's about midway through the pump before it goes higher, right? So according to stock to flow and plan B, the minimum amount Bitcoin is going to hit is around 100,000. But there is another stock to flow X model that predicts Bitcoin will top out around 250,000. And Tim Draper, Mike Novogratz, Michael Saylor, Paul Tudor Jones, Bill Miller, they all say the same thing too. Bitcoin is going 6 digits for sure. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of when. And we know Bitcoin can move very, very, very fast. I've shown you guys how much money is out there, liquidity out there. So for people to think that, oh, Bitcoin's too big, it's not going to go up anymore because there's too much money already in it. No. This is less than 1% of the world's money supply. Okay, that's how much money is out there, how much more is being printed every single year right now, versus how much money is actually in Bitcoin, which is still less than $1 trillion. You know what? I forgot to open this up here. But overall today, market cap is again 1.96 trillion. That's actually a little bit higher than a few days ago. Bitcoin dominance is still staying low, and that's because you have some fantastic movers today. Fantastic movers. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of those super chats, because they expire. What would it take for you to test out Clever Wallet? I have downloaded it before. I have looked at it before. It wasn't that impressive, and there wasn't that many coins it could store at the time. That was about a few months ago. So nothing. I have nothing against Clever. It was a Tron wallet turned into a universal wallet. Should I swap my ZIL for XRP since the Poly Network hack? The two does not. They're not inclusive. What does that have to do with anything? I have been in Jiro Wallet since the beginning. I thought it was dead. The beta went live yesterday. It's pumping. Do you think Jiro has a wallet? Sure. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people supporting it because it's a Cardano project. Anyways, speaking of Cardano, look at it. It is now at $2. I just covered them not too long ago. I think 2 days ago or yesterday, right? Big anticipation, a big announcement, which was announced today by Charles. And I'll get to that in a little bit, but you can see it's definitely not buy the rumor, sell the news. It's buy the rumor and buy the news now. So it is now above $2, 17% today. That's fantastic. But if you look at everything else, almost double digits for, not everything. No, I take that back. Not everything, but there are a lot of double digit movers. That's for sure. And 7-day, 30-day, 1 year, incredible. So today, very, very, very good day. What else is there? What else is going on? Well, we know El Salvador, first country to declare Bitcoin is going to be made legal tender, and that's going to be coming very soon. Guess what? President of Argentina, a country that has hyperinflation, their currency is basically worthless. The president comes out and says, hey, I'm open to adopting Bitcoin's legal tender too, to fight against inflation. Well, this is going to be a common theme going forward. There's a lot of Latin American countries, there's a lot of African countries, there's a lot of developing, emerging countries. They're all considering this right now because they do have financial instability. They do have problems with inflation. Most of their citizens are unbanked. And also, they're at the mercy of the IMF and World Bank. Because of all these reasons, how do you break free? Well, the simple answer is Bitcoin. That is why they're all looking into it. They may not be moving as fast as El Salvador, but they are all thinking about it at this point in time. And I just have a feeling that one after another, you go hear more and more countries adopt Bitcoin. When a country adopts Bitcoin, that's as big as it can get, okay? I've always talked about, institutions, public trade companies, they're enormous, huge. But when you have an entire country, you got to think about that. That supersedes all of them. We're talking about millions upon millions of citizens that will get exposure to digital wallets, to Bitcoin, and get all the benefits from it. And of course, the countries themselves have billions, sometimes billions of billions or trillions of dollars at their disposal that they're going to be putting into Bitcoin too. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic, and we're going to hear more about this going forward. So you have this. This is one of the reasons why Bitcoin's going up. What else is there? Is Proton Network and Metal Pay legit? I've heard of those projects. I don't know too much about them. Juan, thank you for that. Besides this, hey, Jordan Peterson. A lot of people talked about this yesterday. Jordan Peterson had this one big podcast called Bitcoin, the Future of Money. Jordan Peterson is, he's a very, very smart guy. I watch a lot of his short clips on TikTok, and he sounds brilliant. And he's one guy that you can't debate against. He's a master debater. But anyways, he brought on a lot of guests, and they talked about Bitcoin. And it seems like Peterson is very, very, very into Bitcoin. So to quote, so Bitcoin is completely transparent. It's completely distributed. There's no centralized authority. It can't be cracked. It can't be stolen. It doesn't inflate. It can't be inflated. It isn't subject to any form of overt administrative control. Yeah, that sums it up pretty nicely. Again, this is why Bitcoin is heading higher, because of those reasons. So we now have a new fan. A new member of the Bitcoin cult, and that is Jordan Peterson. All right, Otto. I'm not sure, Juan. I'm not sure, Otto. You can ask me that during Q&A. I'll take a look at it. All right, what else is there? Hive blockchain, one of the biggest miners in North America. Orders 1,800 more Bitcoin miners. That's a lot of miners. You know, there seems to be like hash wars going on. Every single miner, and I told you guys this would happen, every single miner outside of China is trying to become the dominant powerhouse. So they're spitting up more and more and more miners because it's very profitable, and they're all trying to become the biggest miner in North America. So that is why the hash rate is increasing and everything is getting back on track. And the more distributed mining hash power is across the globe, the better it is for Bitcoin. So this is also very positive. FTX is donating $450,000 to a company called Brink, which does development or support for Bitcoin blockchain. So even FTX is donating some of their tremendous gains from the last year into developing Bitcoin. So that's pretty nice. And then what else is there? Of course, you guys know this already. Charles announced that Gauguin is coming to Cardano September 12th. September 12th. That's only a month away. In fact, that's less than a month away. So this will be, in my opinion, the biggest upgrade to Cardano network. The biggest by far. Okay? You can't do anything without smart contracts. And all the DeFi plays, the NFT plays, the oracles, the wallets, the games, I don't know what else there is. They're all waiting on this. So Cardano, if you look at a map of the ecosystem, it's vast. There's like dozens upon dozens and dozens of projects already. But all of them are kind of waiting for Gauguin to be done, because without it, they can't do anything. They can't execute at all. So this is going to be enormous. So again, can it be by the rumor, by the news? Because now we have 1 month until this happens. Right? So does that mean Cardano for this next month is going to go on a tremendous pump? Maybe even break its previous high. What was Cardano's previous high? 246. And it's at $2 now. So it's only 18.5% away from its high. Can it shatter through that and maybe even hit $3, $3+, $3.50 by Gauguin? It could happen. If the market is strong and Bitcoin continues to rally 50, 60,000, that could happen. Some people are anticipating that Cardano could be as high as $10 by the end of the year. I don't dispute it. It could happen. If Bitcoin is going above 6 figures, you know, altcoins, especially the big caps like Cardano and Ethereum and Binance Coin and everyone else, they're going to be pumping up like crazy, like 3 to 5x. So can this be around the corner? Yes, it can. All right. So what else is there? OpeaSea trading volume explodes 76,000% amid NFT boom. This does not surprise me at all. But this number is staggering. 1.18 million transactions worth about 1.06 billion. Not year to date. That's within the last 30 days alone. So if you guys are sitting on the sidelines, right? You still don't believe in NFTs. Well, believe in the numbers. There is a tremendous amount of people that are buying and trading NFTs, and they're making crazy money. Crazy money. I had a fan that sent me a VPunk on VeChain, and I was looking at the auctions. I know Cyberpunks are crazy, but looking even at VPunks on VeChain, they're all going for hundreds of dollars already. $200-300 equivalent of VeChain tokens. I mean, they're all going up like crazy right now. So again, some of you guys may think this is a fad, but some of you guys also recognize this could just be the beginning. As high as these numbers seem right now, it could be tame versus where they will be a year or 2 or 5 years from now. It is insane. All right. Last few things. Actually, I have a few more things. Update on the Poly Network hack. It looks like the hacker returned all of the funds, 600 million. The only thing that's remaining is Tether. Tether, there was about 30-something million in Tether that was locked by the Tether Foundation, but everything else has been returned. Now, according to the hacker, he said he did this for fun, that he just wanted to prove a point, that Poly Network security sucks. Is that really the reason, or does this show that, hey, it's actually not that easy to cash out of crypto, especially when you steal such a large number? So this goes back to the point that some naysayers have said over Bitcoin's history, is that, oh, you know, if you get hacked, you know, it's gone, right? It's so hard to track or whatever. But no, with blockchain, it's actually easy to track. You know, with cash, it's actually hard to track. If you buy drugs or weapons or whatever with cash, there's no way to track it. But you do it with blockchain, you could track it, right? So this shows you, yeah, when you steal 611 million of crypto, and people could track it, there's a lot of firms that do analysis on the blockchain. It's really hard to cash that out. So I think that's the real reason why the hacker returned it, not so much because you know, they were just doing it for fun. It's because the hackers didn't know a good way to actually hide all these funds or to cash it in some way. They didn't think about that. They only thought about, okay, let's just steal it. So anyways, that's why early on I called this guy probably the dumbest hacker in history. But I'm glad to see that. So hopefully some of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys lost money on Poly Network. So hopefully they return it and you guys get your money back. I know, like Box Mining, Michael recently tweeted out saying he lost a significant amount of money on Poly Network. So hopefully they do have a way to return all this back to people. It should be easy, right? It should be a one-to-one thing, but hopefully that happens. All right, what else is there? Well, according to Sentiment, Ethereum addresses aren't stopping their accumulation. Where's the best place to buy NFTs? There's a lot. There's a ton of marketplaces. OpeaSea is one of them. VeChain has their own, you know. There's a lot of it is in the wallets. So if you use like Trust Wallet, you could get all these dApps and then you'll see NFT marketplaces. But the biggest one is OpenSea. So you can look at that. All right. All right. So I got distracted. But if you look at this, whales that control 10,000 ETH plus, yes, so that's a lot. They have increased dramatically. So what they're doing is they're buying and buying and buying and buying. So 3 years ago, only 35% addresses held 100,000, not 10,000, 100,000. Today, it's 43.7%. It went up quite tremendously. And you know why? Because these whales are buying. Whenever there's big dips, they're buying. They realize retail investors may be, panic selling and may be causing FUD and getting really distracted. Well, the whales, they're not distracted. They buy. This is why whenever there are bargains, whenever the market goes down, what you want to do is change the mentality, not to panic sell, but to actually panic buy, because that's what the whales are doing. They're buying as much as they can. They're accumulating as much as they can behind the scenes. And this is, of course, Ethereum, which is really, really, really hot right now. Mike Novogratz just came out and said he's very, very, very bullish on Ethereum, and Galaxy Digital is going to be owning a lot more Ethereum going forward. And take a look, EIP 1559 is doing wonders. There is a ton of ETH being burned right now. 121 million ETH has been burned. Almost 122 million. I'm just thinking, it's early. It's only been like a week. Imagine after a year, you're going to have like a billion, over a billion or 2 billion or 5 billion of ETH burned from the supply. That is an enormous amount. So even though gas fees are still high, congestion is still high, but this is adding a big reason why everyone should hold on Ethereum, because it is becoming deflationary, especially when you add in the fact that DeFi projects keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and having more value locked in. In fact, we are approaching almost a high, which was at around 90 billion. So we're getting there. So when you add all this up, right, this is making Ethereum very, very, very attractive. Even right now, even above $3,000, whereas at $3,200, and it's only 26% away from its high of 43.91. So is it going to go higher? I do think so. All right. With that said, that's pretty much what I wanted to cover, but I do want to introduce my new partner, which I've teased for quite some time, and you guys may have noticed the logo, and that is Illuvium. Illuvium, which has been on an absolute tear recently too, because Axie Infinity has really brought a lot of attention to NFT games, and Illuvium, that's what they're all about. First of all, if you check this out, their art is beautiful. They have some of the most talented artists that's working on this game. And what is it? It's an open world RPG game where you can battle and capture many characters. Okay? And you know what? It looks like it's going to be a fantastic game once it comes out. This is built on Ethereum. And just take a look at the art, though. It is really, really, really nice. And they are working on, right now, this is not done. They are going to be on Immutable X, which is a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. So gas is not really going to be a problem. Now, what is Illuvium? Well, I just mentioned about RPG, basically one vast, huge game that people will be able to play and battle and capture, right? But let me tell you a little bit more. Well, first of all, look at that art. That actually does look really, really, really good. But here's in the white paper, they explain it a little bit better on your journey. Well, no, let me start from the beginning. Inside Illuvium, you will encounter wild and mysterious and combative creatures called Illuvials. On your journey through many regions of this broken planet, you hunt, defeat, and capture them. To do this, you need a shard, a specially constructed sliver of crystal that traps quantum signature of the beast inside. The quality of your shard determines the chance of capture. Kind of like Pokemon Go, right? A successful capture results in a new NFT token representing Illuvium being minted and stored in your wallet. When you manage to capture a few of these of the same type, you fuse them together, which burns existing tokens and mints a more powerful creature. Wow. So you're actually fighting these Illuvials. If you capture them, they are unique. They become an NFT that you actually have in your wallet. And it goes beyond that, where you can merge them or fuse them together and create even a more powerful creature. And of course, that's represented by NFT too. So that is what Illuvium is really all about. It's a game where you're actually capturing these creatures that are all NFTs, which are all unique, and they only get more powerful. So that is what Illuvium is really all about. Their token economics, I'm really jealous. If you look at pre-seed sales, each ILV token was only sold at $1. Seed sale was sold at $3. And if you check out what Illuvium is at right now, it's close to 500. So people that got in very, very early made about 500x from this project already. And who are the people that got in early? Well, you may ask. These are some big VC funds, okay? Some of the biggest VC funds there is. And one of the main things that stand out is Kane Warwick, who is the founder of Synthetic. His brothers are the creators of this game. So you already have one investor who has already shown that he could build a 100 million plus crypto project. But besides that, you have CEO of QuantStamp, you have founder of Aave, you have founder of 1inch Dex, you have CEO of Bitcoin.com, you have founder of Sandbox, you have another guy who is a developer of Band Protocol. So you have some very powerhouse DeFi NFT players that's invested in this project, along with all the VC companies that's in here. And then here is the team. So Kieran and Aaron Warwick, they're the brothers of Kane, right? And you have a bunch of other people on the team that are making some fantastic art and gameplay right now. So that is Illuvium in a nutshell. They are still working. According to their roadmap, they will have their public beta launch in December. So that is coming up. There's a private beta in October. There's a few more things that they have to work on. And they will be selling land too, just like Sandbox, just like Decentraland. That is coming up later on. So very, very promising game. That looks very promising. I'll just leave it at that. So if you want to learn more, check them out. Their URL is in the description of this video, but I'm going to be covering a lot more of them going forward. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. All right, scrolling up here. Bot J says, NFTs are like basketball cards. You may open a pack and 9 out of 10 cards is worthless, but the one that you get might triple in value. Yes, I'd say it's worse than that. I would say it's like 1 in 100 may be worthless, but that one that isn't will make up more than make up the 100 and thousands more that you may not open up. So that's kind of like how NFTs is. But you know, with certain ones, you know, especially the good projects, it seems like a no-brainer. They just keep going up. But anyways, now NFT is not for everyone, but I do hear from more and more people that are starting to dab into it, right? And as more and more people get into it, just like crypto, it's gonna make everything go up. All right, scrolling down, I mean. These are all just funny comments there. Check out the big news with Polygon Matic just announced with their acquisition. Danny, you should just tell me. Just tell me what it is rather than I can't look it up right now. But Polygon has been coming up recently. So 12% today. Overall, one of the best performers of the year, 5,000%. 5,000%. So think about that. So I don't know. I don't know what partnership was just announced. Joe. All right, hold on. I almost got here. I almost caught up here. Zach says maybe he believed you're talking about the hacker. He was Elliot Alderson. Can't authorities still try to go after him even though he has returned everything? Yes. Just because you return what you stole does not mean that you're free to go. You go rob a bank and then you give back the money. It's not like, oh, okay, no charges. If they know who he is, which sounds like they do, he's still in major trouble. Mercia, how do you buy Illuvium token? Well, they tell you right on their webpage, right here. Invest. SushiSwap, 1inch, Gate.io, and Bitcoin.com, their exchange. So you have some decentralized ones and 2 centralized ones. Someone says I bought ADA at 160. No, I bought it less. No, I got ADA around 110 or something. And I know that's really bad already. Because I could have bought ADA at like 1 cent, 2 cents, 10 cents. For the longest time, people asked me about Cardano. And I'm like, it needs to break the 10-cent barrier before it gets really hot. And it did not break 10 cents for so long. And then once it did, it just started moving really, really quickly. 20, 50, $1 really quick. You know, I lost on a lot of that. Thought recommendation on crypto tax software. What's the one I used last year? Shoot, I forgot. There's only 2 of them there's, I think, sorry. I don't know. I totally forgot which one I used. What are your thoughts on Zen, the Nigerian coin backed by Google Launchpad? Launchpad, you mean? It's a very, very, very small project, though it does look like it's turning around. A global DeFi platform from credit unions, cooperatives, and individuals. Yeah, I've seen this before. Google, Developers Launchpad, Binance. It's a DeFi platform, credit unions in Africa. I mean, it sounds like it's a bank for African countries, right? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work. It could, but I think it's going to be very, very, very slow to take off. So. When is VET going to be listed on Coinbase? I don't know, Michael. Go protest. Go spam Coinbase's Twitter and ask for VET. It's going to come. They don't only list US-based projects. I know that. They've been listing a lot of projects. So it's just a matter of time. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes they take longer, right? Like, it took them forever to list Cardano. So I think VET is coming. All right, a crazy question. Charles is such a big iconic figure behind Cardano, of course, Vitalik with Ethereum. What would happen to these projects if something were to happen to them? I don't know. I think that they will continue. I think you'll see a big dip at first, but they will continue. It's not nearly as bad as, say, something happens to Elon and Tesla. If Elon disappeared or he left the company, Tesla would tank to like basically zero. That's my belief. It would tank so much that it would cause everyone to panic sell, and that company would die. And that's, I think, the biggest weakness to Tesla, because it's led by one person and one person alone. Now, Charles is kind of like that with Cardano, but I feel like the community is so strong, even though there'll be a dip, it will recover. And same thing with Ethereum, especially with Ethereum. I think Vitalik is less important to Ethereum than Charles to Cardano, because of all the big players already investing into Ethereum and DeFi. So that's my honest thinking. I think they're big. Yes, there will be a big event if something happens to one of them, but both projects will recover. It won't be nearly as bad if something happens to Elon. Carl says, give a shout out to me and my boy Hater from the UK. Can't wait to show you next month. Wait. So you're working in your crypto office. Did you guys start a project or something, or you just rented an office? Well, anyway, shout out to you, Carl, Dawkins, and Hater from UK. Polygon. Wait, I just missed it. Polygon acquires Hermes in a $250 million deal that includes the first ever token merger. What are your thoughts? What is it? It's not the handbag maker, right? Is this Hermes? First complete merger of one blockchain network into another. Okay. Yeah, that's not, I don't know, that's not really that interesting. They paid a ton for this project. Hermes network for 250 million. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's actually a good deal or not, to be honest. Test stream asked Beckett versus SGC versus PSA. PSA cards definitely are worth a lot more. SGC is the third, and then Beckett is good. So try to go with PSA. Only grade very, very expensive cards, because grading costs have gone up so much. It's like hundreds of dollars now. So I had a ton graded from PSA and SGC earlier this year, but the price has shot up to the moon. Darren, have a drink on me. Enjoy your family time. Appreciate that. Why does AMP keep circling the toilet? No, it's not. Because it's got, I don't think you realize how fast AMP went up. That's the reason why. I mean, AMP went up so much, so fast. It's sitting at 2.63 billion. Okay? Okay. See, look at this. February 1st, AMP was 0.007. Right? So from February till now, it has basically 10x'd. So that's the reason why. If it takes a breather, that is fine. Some of this is due to a Coinbase edition. I think this is due to a Coinbase condition. But, a project can't go up forever. It's already 2.6 billion. To go from 2.6 billion to 26 billion, that's going to take some time. There's not many projects at 26 billion plus. So AMP is fine. Do not panic over it. Remember, crypto, investing, it all comes down to patience. Whoever has the most patience usually makes the most money. Someone argues, no, Tesla has a board. It doesn't matter if Tesla has a board. The whole stock, the whole company is driven by by Elon. The board does nothing. Nothing. Know about Covalent project? No, I don't. Everyone's asking about it because It got listed on Coinbase or something. All right. So when I see something like this and 150%, yeah, something happened. I think, wasn't this added to Coinbase or something like that? There was some kind of huge listing. No, maybe not. Or maybe they got added on KuCoin. But no, I don't know what they do. One unified API, 1 billion possibilities. Provides a unified API, bringing visibility to billions of blockchain data points. Oh, I have heard of this. So it's a competitor to the Graph, basically. Yeah. So they help project create APIs, and they're multi-chain. So obviously you can see Ethereum, Binance, Smart Chain, Polygon, Avalanche, and stuff like that. So I have heard of them, but I don't know why they just started pumping recently. It's just all from August 1st. So within the last 14 days, it basically went from 41 cents to $1.43. So something happened. I don't know if it's a partnership or an exchange listing. Can they be a Graph competitor? Sure. Much cheaper at this point. Yeah, they could be a Graph competitor for sure. Am I going to invite Rue from BPro again? Probably not. I'm not doing any more interviews right now with project leaders. And then he told me to remove the last interview too because he was afraid that, I guess technically you're not supposed to buy BPro tokens in the US. So he was afraid that that was a endorsement to buy BPro tokens. So he told me to remove the interview video. But anyways, I still support them. I think they're going to do very, very well. Auto. Someone asked me about Auto. Yeah, I don't like this project. I remember it. What I do like is Audius, though. This I do like. Even though, yeah, you can see they're starting to turn around. Audius is a decentralized Spotify. So I do like them. They were getting into NFTs as well, and they have millions and millions of users already using them per month. So I don't like Auto, but I like Audius. Gala Games looks interesting, mostly because it's a started by a co-founder of Zanga, the guy who created Farmville. So I think his reputation and his experience could really carry Gala. All right, last few questions. Someone asked, do I stream on Friday evening? Not anymore. Friday evenings, I'm off now. I'm off. So, no, I don't anymore. Unless something happens. Like Bitcoin pumps up dramatically or something, or dips dramatically, then I'll stream. What do you think about Axie Infinity's price this year? I mean, it's gone up so much, so fast already. Where is it? It's almost gonna be like top 10. It's top 32 right now. I mean, 200% in the last 30 days. It's almost 4 billion already. I mean, there's a lot of people that's really playing it, utilizing to make good money, and just enjoying it overall. And because of that, it has really made all these other NFT or play to earn games really, really, really popular. And there's a lot of them. Like VimWorld is one on VeChain. Of course, I just cover Illuvium, another one. But you have like Avagachi that's on Polygon. There's a lot of play to earn games that's doing really, really well. And Axie is really kind of like leading the charge. So, can I go higher? Yeah. Yeah, I can. Someone says I'm hyped up for Sunday Swap. Well, wait for Charles to get Goguen done, and then Sunday Swap will really be activated. Right now, it's just kind of like sitting idle, waiting. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. You know what? Bitcoin is pressed against the same point it was trying to break before, this 46.5 figure. If it breaks through, you know what? 50,000 right around the corner. And 50,000, I think, will be a challenge. You know, Bitcoin might stall out there for a little bit or maybe even come back down. Or if the bulls are really, really, really strong, it's just go blow through 50,000 and push Bitcoin to 60,000. So who knows? Who knows? That could be coming next week. Who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. No stream tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, bright and early. All right? Have a good night, guys. Or, yeah, not good night. Good afternoon.